Hey, you out there, don't hit that snooze. We're bringing the laughs and spilling the truth. It's two of us here with stories.
So it triggers back to how you are brought up. So you like chasing. So don't give out your all to somebody who is not giving you back.
But how will you stop giving out?
Don't you love yourself?
I do, but sometimes you find
You don't.
you're giving out everything.
No, Rehema, you don't. Let me tell you.
Uh-huh.
There is a guy who was into me so much back in 2022. He was very busy. I can tell you the truth that man was busy. And I could tell you because I could see it in the national TVs and everything. But let me tell you, Rehema, he had time for me. He had it for me. And then you meet somebody and the energy he gave, I gave him lesser energy. And then you meet somebody that is not busy, but they say they are not having time, they are not there for you, they are not blah, 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 blah. You know, money is not everything in a relationship. Money isn't. And when you get into a relationship and your focus is in money, you have lost it. That is why for me, if a guy comes and the first thing they start talking about is money, I entirely know this man has low self-esteem. So what they are covering it up with, it is I have money, I have this and this and this, I run away from them. Because that is a low value man. They will come for me, but it is okay. So as I was telling you, the energy that you're given is the energy you're supposed to give it back.
It should be.
Wow.
At
At least kama si 50, wacha ikue 45 55. Usione you're doing it all. Juu sisi wanawake tunajiingizanga unajifungia box.
I know.
Which is very bad. You aren't supposed to do that. Leave a percentage for yourself. Have self-respect. Work on yourself first before you get into any relationship. And we said it last episode. Work on yourself before you get into any relationship. So that when you get into a relationship with somebody, when you start seeing red flags, utaona zinakaa purple.
Thank you. That was my next question.
Utaona zinakaa purple. You see, there are some things you can work with and some things somebody cannot work with. For example, me, I cannot be married to somebody who snores. Me, I can't.
What?
Me, I can't. For me, that is something siwezi vumilia. I can't. Tunapenda usingizi and peace and sleep give me inanipeanga peace. So you know, you get somebody that you can work with. But mtu mwenye anapenda food, that one you can work with because I also love eating. You see, such kind of or somebody who is untidy, I cannot siwezi vumilia such kind of things. And there are people, they are called deal breakers in a relationship. So get somebody that there are some things you're comfortable with them that hizi naeza vumilia. But if you get a drunkard, for example, if you get a drunkard as a partner and you saw from the beginning that is a drunkard, baadaye usikuja kutucomplainia your partner is a drunkard, you saw it
And you ignore
and
it.
gave it a blind eye.
Wow.
So work with it. Don't come to cry to us, you saw it.
Thank you. Talking of red flags, there are some things we assume during courtship, but later on, when the relationship is at that high level, zinakuja kuku affect, and you can't do nothing about it because you ignored it that time. But now you're here. Na mind you, unapata time zinakuhit, maybe the relationship is quite really older. It has grown. Unapata you've been there together for more than 7 years, 5 years, 2 years. You even arranging things. Ameenda kwenu, approach your parent, umeenda kwao, you've approached his parent, but there are those red flags that we ignored during courtship. But sasa they've come to mature to a level that zinakuhurt. What do you do about that?
You walk away.
Yeah?
Yes. You walk away. Kwani are they the only people in this world? If you're not walking away,
can you walk away from a relationship you've worked for more than 7 years?
Yes. See, people are divorcing even after that years. People are divorcing after 30 years.
Eh,
37 years. If you're looking forward to be married to this somebody, then it means, for example, for the next 30 years you're going, you sit down with yourself and you ask yourself, am I going to, huyu mtu nitamvumilia for those
how
30
long?
years? Nikilala nikiamka for 30 years, nikiangalia sura yake na hizo vitu zenye anafanya, will I be able to tolerate them? If not, walk away shamelessly.
And just give it a blind.
No, for you.
For me.
You know why people don't walk away? For the society. What will people
Thank you.
say? What wataniona aje?
Yes.
But I told you the last episode, nobody cares. It is your life.
You remember there's a day we were talking, was it a chat? Yeah, we were having a certain conversation. And I asked you, what do you think society will think of
That situation.
that situation? You remember? And you told me, oh, you know, no one cares. But you see, the same day, the society started caring. Like, what are you doing?
Because you've
What are
given
you
them,
saying?
because you've given them an opportunity for them to care about your life. And people will always talk, whether you like it or not. They will always talk. So it is up to you to have a stand and stand on it. You're not doing it for the people, you're doing it for you. And that is where, as Africans, we go wrong. We do it for the people, for the society, for our friends, for our parents, but it is so wrong. Do it for you, for yourself only. Be selfish with you.
So how long should a courtship, you know, that chat, that knowing each other, how long should it last?
There are people who take it for 6 months, there are people who take it for 3 months, there are people who take it for 2 months. There are people even who take it for 1 week, 2 weeks. It will depend now on the relationship that you have.
Can't you take it for a year?
What are you quoting for 1 year?
You want
Let
to
me tell you, if a man, the moment you meet with a man, he knows whether he's going to marry you or not.
Okay.
Si unasikianga wakisema, the first day I met you, I knew you are my wife. Na
So,
akikuacha, let's use the example ya Jukes na Vanessa Mdee. They dated for 6 years?
Yeah.
How long have they dated with this lady from Nigeria? 6 months. And they are married. Is it 6 or 3 months and they are married?
These things are
Are you
hitting
doing a
me.
degree? Or a diploma or a certificate?
Don't
No.
pay up for a year, 2 years, 3 years, you know.
You will always know somebody characters, and if you can be able to wish in huyu mtu for 3 months. For example, I'm into consultancy. And when you're doing consultancy for something, especially in social media or during strategic planning, you give it 3 to 6 months. Because within that time, you'll be able to get data analysis of what you're giving them. You'll be able to know whether is it increasing, is it decreasing, is it helping, is it not helping. So you will know it.
Wow.
Yes.
You said you don't advocate for sex before marriage. There's these situations, you know, things happen. Shit do happen. Tunasemanga ili happen. You find yourself having a kid before marriage or even before introduction. You introduce this guy to your parents. But later on, you realize, okay, I have a kid, yes, with this guy, but I'm not into him. I'm not into her. There are some changes. Kuna vitu one nimeona hapa, and I don't think I can work with them for the rest of my life. You know, when you're choosing your partner, that means you're staying with them for
the rest of
your
your
life.
life.
But you realize, okay, there's a kid, there's a connection somewhere, there's a kid, but I don't think I'm gonna work with this for the rest of my life.
Rehema, never marry somebody because you have a child with them. It will mess you and it will mess the child. Because if you're not in love with each other, it will end up to be a very toxic relationship. And at the end of the day, you will divorce. That is it.
Yeah.
So, as I have told you, do it for yourself. that child will grow in a very toxic environment. There are people who are good fathers, good mothers, but they're not good husband and wives to each other. Co-parenting can work. Very
Kwa
well.
mimi kwa zangu will just
Very well. Sometimes co-parenting works, but don't get married to somebody because you have a child with them. It might mess you, even zaidi.
okay.
And that is why in the Bible, God says, do not fornicate, do not do adultery, because He knew all these things will happen. I'm not a saint, but it is something I'm also striving to do, because He knew. He created us, so He knew these things will happen. So how am I going to help these children of mine that I have created, giving them rules and laws? But the thing is, hata ukiwa mtoto mdogo ulikuwa unaambiwa usikule sukari, unakimbia kukula
Sukari. Na unafanya hivi ndio usionekane umekula. Oh my
He knew.
goodness.
But God is a merciful God.
He forgives us.
Yes.
He gives us a second
A
chance.
second chance.
Yes. Now, would you give someone a second chance? A cheating partner, would you give them a second chance?
Yes. But life,
Why
I
and how?
why? Sometimes, not temptation really, but there are some things people do. You find yourself in the heat of the moment. Ama, for example, mmekosana or something has happened, or maybe I'm even the one who made them do that thing. So it is not on me, it is on them. But if you are God, and the way people do funny things, how would you react? Would you be forgiving people?
Why?
Would you be giving people second chance?
This is
I would
really
give my
hard.
partner a second chance.
Mm-hmm.
But what I wouldn't give a partner a second chance on is when they hit me, I run.
You just go and go.
Because that one, I might get killed in the process. But a cheating partner, I'll forgive them. I'll give them a second chance.
Yeah.
Me as Karimi, I would.
You know, the other day I was talking to a certain girl, and she told me she has a man, sorry, and the man is doing everything evil in this world, you know. But she wants to pray for the guy to change. Then I was asking myself, can you really change a man?
No, you can't change somebody.
Can you get into a relationship with these evil guys saying, okay, you know, one day he might change, you know?
No, you cannot change a person. It's only a person who can change themselves. You are not the right person for them, because the right person for them will always have a straightforward character. There's some things you should tell you. This is the right person for me. If you meet a guy who has been having crooked ways, and when you meet them, everything about them shifts and changes, it means they love you, they want you, they work to have you. But now they're just there, they're showing you 100 reasons. You are
But
not the
she's
one for me.
saying, according to what she's observing, the guy is changing pole.
She's giving herself hopes.
I know she will watch this
He won't
video.
change.
Oh my goodness.
He won't change. Why would you stay there and there is a wonderful man out there for you?
But she thinks this is the right guy for
She thinks.
Stop thinking.
Use logic. Men,
Stop thinking.
men love with logic, women will love with
I
emotions.
know.
Which is very sad. But hizi siku natumia logic.
So the lesson of today, to tumia logic.
Stop having emotions all the time.
Oh my-
And Ken keeps talking about it in the radio.
Yes. But you know, it's just as the ladies
Yeah.
taking things. Sometimes it's weird.
Yeah.
And I think Mungu alitumba in a certain way that akili zetu zinakwanga intact na zinakwanga zimerelax, zimechill tu tukianza ku get into a relationship.
No, it's how you auto-tune yourself.
Wala?
It's how you auto-tune yourself. You know, everything is in the mind. Everything is in our mind. Guard your mind. That is what I said yesterday. Guard your mind. It is your greatest asset.
I love that.
Guard your mind. It is your greatest asset.
At least hata tukifungia hii episode hapa leo, nimelearn I should use logic. I should guard my mind. I should never think of getting into a relationship with a man saying that he will change. There is nothing like that. He will never. Tufungie hapo.
And create boundaries.
And create boundaries.
Yes,
Oh
boundaries are
wow.
very important.
Those 4 lessons for today.
Yeah.
Sijui niende mahali niziandike kwa kanini nizibandike hapo kwa mlango. Every time I'm getting out of my house,
You read.
naziangalia nikasema this is what my mentor told me. Nikiingia kwa nyumba tena nikifunga mlango naziangalia niko zile za Rehema, remember this. So I think we should close it there for today. Guys, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, don't forget to share and comment. Then kama uko na story, if you have something you want to share with us, feel free. Tuambie.
Andika hapo kwa comment.
Andika hapo kwa comment.
Yeah.
Ama DM. Namba iko kwa bio pale TikTok ni Let's Talk About It podcast. Until next time guys, we love you.
Bye.